Alright, welcome to the St. Patty's Day edition of the Marvel Underground. We do have a lot of stuff to talk about, and we do have some special guests with us today. Let's start off first with the big breaking news that just happened yesterday. With James Gunn being rehired to direct Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We also have my lovely panel here. We have Joe,
hello,
the usual, and then we have Adam.
Hello.
So what do you guys think about this whole breaking news with James Gunn?
Well, as you can see, I'm a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy here. But no, I'm very excited because I don't think it would have been the same without him. I think Disney realized that too. They knew it wasn't going to make as much money or be near the quality that James could do. I read an article with Kevin Feige and the leaders at Disney met together, and they actually made this decision 3 months ago, and it's just now made public. So they basically, if you don't know the story, James went on Twitter years ago and joked about rape, which isn't funny, obviously, but he was, it is what it is. But
He was a young, edgy comedian.
Yeah, and he regrets it now, obviously, and it all came to late last year, and Disney fired him for it, and now they're reversing.
Finally rehired.
They're reversing that decision after James went out to publicly apologize on Twitter and all social media, and they said, okay, we'll bring you back. So they gave him a second chance. So we'll see what
He is the first director to do both universes, we'll say that.
Well, yeah, because you're talking about Suicide Squad 2, which is actually not going to be a direct sequel.
It's a reboot.
Suicide
Soft
Squad
reboot.
1.
Yeah. So what do you think about that, Adam?
I'm happy for it. I think James Gunn did a good job with the previous Guardians of the Galaxy films. He made mistakes in his past, but he handled it absolutely the right way. He was contrite. He apologized early and often. He didn't fight Disney on it. He basically said, I recognize why you're making this decision, and I understand. And I think everyone has things they're not proud of in their past, and as long as we grow and change from them, I think that's the right thing. And I'm happy. I think the movie will be better for it. I think everyone will be happier for it.
That's good. Well, also, I saw an Instagram post by Comic Book. They said that months after being fired for decade-old inappropriate tweets, Disney had reversed its decision regarding Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn. According to a new report from Dateline, the decision was actually made months ago following conversations between Disney and executives at Marvel. So you pretty much got that full blow. According to Walt Disney Studio President Alan Horn, who had a hand in Gunn's initial firing last summer, met with the director several times after he was removed from the position. After seeing Gunn's public apology and his subsequently handling of the situation, Horn was pursued to change his mind, which was also likely aided by the tremendous amount of support offered by James Gunn by his cast and peers, who were vocally online and in interviews defending the director. So I feel like with this whole rehiring and all the Chris Pratt, Dave Bautista, I can't remember the names now.
Brett Ruffalo.
Joey Zaldana. Mike Ruffalo was probably one of them too.
But they brought him back, of course.
So the whole cast and crew of the Guardians franchise were happy or wanted him to come back, and they were like, "Why is going on here?"
Well, it was his franchise. I mean, he's the one who started the process, obviously. It's his vision. So I think it's only right for him to be able to finish his vision. It would for someone else to come on now, and if you read the articles, they never throughout the entire thing of him being fired, Disney didn't even look for a new director. They probably knew it. They're like, okay, he's gonna apologize, and we're gonna bring him back. They're not. I don't think they're that dumb to.
Secretive. They were secret the whole entire time.
Yeah, I don't think they never once looked for a new director, so they knew he was gonna come back. I feel like it was all no. They wanted him to apologize, and once he did, he's like, okay, come on back.
Yeah. Any thoughts about that? The quote from comicbook.com? No, this kind of self-explanatory kind of.
Yeah, you know, all things we've said earlier, and that just yeah.
So, and then there's another breaking news that actually just came up today. Mark Ruffalo will be retiring from Hulk after Endgame. So that just came about. I feel like a lot of these actors.
Well, I mean, look, Chris Evans says he's probably going to be done after this too. I mean,
I think they restructured his contract. I'm % sure, but
I mean, let's be honest. The only thing is though, we've grown up with these characters, these people as these characters. To see someone new come in as the Hulk would just be weird, in my opinion.
It's happened before.
it happened. It happened before with Ed Norton.
Edward Norton was the first Hulk.
And then,
But I mean, yeah, I guess it is what it is. But I mean, you don't really see him a lot anyway. I mean, it's like it would be more of a drastic change if it was like Robert Downey Jr.
yeah,
Hulk is best as a supporting character, I think.
yeah, I agree.
So I mean, it's shocking, but I mean, I liked Mark Ruffalo as him, so I mean, I'm kind of sad by it. So
Well, all right. Well, coming up next, we have our special guests. Chris Young and Dalton Lewis will be joining us here on the show. So get ready to
stick around. We'll be right back.
get ready to greet them.
A word from our sponsor.
All right. So we are back with our first guest. Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. So as you all know, Captain Marvel got released last week, and it was a very big success for a female lead role. And that was the sixth sixth best opening weekend ever.
69 million on the first day.
Nice.
Yeah. So what are your guys' intake about Captain Marvel? We'll go with our guest first with Chris.
Well, I mean, talking from a number standpoint, real quick, I mean, it broke all kinds of records globally. So it shows that, you know, not only superheroes are not just a male lead role. And I thought, you know, going into the movie, are they going to go super one way or the other with it? But how they really built it, to me, this was kind of like an origin story. Yeah. I mean, is that what you guys would consider it?
I consider it was an origin story. I mean, it was based in the 90s, so it was before you got to meet all the other Avengers. So.
Right. I loved how they portrayed her. I thought she's phenomenally going into Endgame. I think she's gonna kick ass. Excuse my language, but I mean, how she destroyed some of those ships with her bare hands was just magical.
Yes, it was good.
Very impressive.
Adam, about you? Any reactions and stuff like that?
I really liked it. One thing I really enjoyed Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
He's great in everything. It's nice to see him take more of a starring role in the Marvel universe rather than the supporting
a side
role.
role. Yeah.
So the digital de-aging was really impressive. Like I couldn't tell it was CGI. So that was really cool.
Awesome, Joe. I know you have a lot to say.
No, man, it was a good movie. It was, you know, the first women leading role, which I'm cool with.
Other than Wonder Woman.
Other than Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
this is the first Marvel universe, but you know, I enjoyed it. You know, it was a good movie. I thought they really banked on a lot of nostalgia in the movie. They kept, you know, it did take place in the '90s, but you know, it was, and they definitely made it clear it was an origin story because. You know, we ran into a lot of old characters that we've seen come and gone over the years.
Destroyer.
We ran across Ronan, which as soon as we saw Ronan, spoiler alert, we knew that he was bad,
So
obviously.
we already know that. I think
And,
everyone knew about the trailer that Ronan was bad.
So,
I did,
no,
actually.
but we knew he was the bad guy still, obviously. He wasn't like mad, you know. But then, you know, there was some predictable twists, you know, that the Skrulls ended up being the good guys. You know,
That was-
Spoilers, I haven't seen it.
Spoilers.
no, but you know,
I think we were spoiler free. Unless anyone else saw that, then you guys can pause the video and skip.
Good news, we already ruined the most biggest twist of the movie, so you can just keep watching because nothing else matters.
Pretty much,
Well,
the Skrulls are good guys for some reason. Usually I thought they were bad, but they're good.
well,
Plot twist!
Whatever though. Like I said, it was a good movie. Like I enjoyed it. However, we have Avengers coming in just under a month now.
They're around
So
there.
I consider it more of like a hype movie to hype us up for the big finale. So I'm excited. I'm excited that it did get me excited for what's coming next. I think that's I just hope she doesn't make a toothpick out of Thanos.
Yeah.
Because if she can destroy a starship with her bare hands, I mean, then what the hell can she do to Thanos then?
Yeah, I'm really interested too to see like how she fits in with the rest of the Avengers. Like,
Right, yeah.
is she gonna make them look all
Yeah.
weak and?
Well, in the trailer,
Yeah.
in the newest Endgame trailer,
But we'll talk about that
she
later.
shows
Coming
up.
up next?
She shows up and she's like, "Hey guys, what's wrong? Where's Fury?" And
Oh, it's
so,
an anchor scene, yes.
yeah, so there's definitely a close relationship.
You know what the
there.
one thing is I don't like about a lot of people seeing it early is that they post everything on Facebook right away when they first see it, or on YouTube, or even Marvel, like posting it on their Instagram, stuff like that. If they want us to look at the post-credit scene and make us want to watch the post-credit scene, don't spoil it for anybody else.
Yeah.
Marvel, because you almost spoiled it for me, because I had like 10 feeds of you on Instagram, and I had to avoid it at every single cost as I can. But still, love you guys. But
Hashtag Han Solo, guys.
I was a god. A god. A vengeful god.
oh, that is great. But I would say my favorite character is Goose the cat. Goose the cat.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
He was a flirkin, not a cat.
Okay, a flirkin. Sorry, but they look like.
Sounds like a Demogorgon, honestly.
Learn your xenobiology.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You should be.
But I thought the casting overall was great. I thought the story wasn't like long out. I mean, I think they spent enough like perfect time like establishing all the characters, the time and location, and like building on Joe's point earlier, like the 90s nostalgia when they're putting the CD in and they're waiting on the.
And I kind of love that. I kind of love that actually,
Yeah.
because
It sent me back.
because we were born in that era, and
Yes.
we never got to like witness the big old like weird looking phones that Colson had, or some like we experienced Blockbuster, but now they're extinct now.
It's
That was
just-
cool. The
it was-
first thing we saw was Blockbuster.
And this is the first time really seeing in modern day going back to like a 90s era.
It seems
You
so
know?
far away. I know.
And it's just like, it was sad, like the inner child in me is like, no. Because like I kind of miss going to a Blockbuster and like picking out the movie or trusting the guy at the desk. He wouldn't always be right about his movie selections, but it was that conversation piece,
Awesome.
It's that Netflix.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Anyone
anyone else have any final thoughts?
No, I think we covered it.
We've covered
Go
it.
ahead, Chris.
I think though they really did, set the footing though going into Endgame with Captain Marvel,
Awesome.
where
That's basically
Ant-Man,
was his purpose.
I thought, did the same thing kind of in a way, and I kind of liked Ant-Man and the Wasp better in the sense of like, how they go into the, what's the dimension called?
Quantum realm.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool the ending with that, but other than that, I really enjoyed both
This
of them.
movie is clearly Marvel is not stupid. They tried this formula last time when the Avengers came out, where we have Black Panther in January, I think it was, and then that got us all.
They were playing the seed.
That got us all hyped up for Infinity War,
Yeah,
and it worked. And Black Panther was one of the highest, was at the time one of the highest grossing films for an all black cast.
Exactly.
So it made records of its own. And then it still, like I said, still made a lot of money. And then we came into Infinity War, and that made all its money. So it shows you that they know how to get their audience hyped up. Because one might think, these movies are so close together. Captain Marvel's not going to make any money. People are just going to wait for Endgame. And people, Captain Marvel stood on its own. It didn't have Endgame in its shadow really. It was its own movie, which I admire that because.
Awesome.
Well, I guess I just have one last question, everyone. What do you think, and I'll go last in this, what do you guys think as far as where Captain Marvel, do you think she's going to be like this almost demigod kind of feel, like bigger than life kind of character in it? Or do you think she's going to play a more subtle role than what we saw in Captain Marvel?
My theory is Captain Marvel and Thor have some romantics,
Oh my god.
have some romance in it because
Well, it's not
we'll
with-
explain why.
It's not with Natalie Portman.
We'll,
anymore, so, I mean,
we'll explain why during the Avengers Endgame trailer.
All
well,
right.
it's not with Natalie Portman anymore, so I guess it doesn't matter. So.
But still, I don't know. I mean, I think both Thor
I
and
think it's your. Just go ahead and finish.
I bet both Thor and Captain Marvel. I think they're both equal because it takes them a long time to age. So it's going to. I think it's going to be down to them two being the most strongest Avengers, besides Hulk.
I just hope they don't make her like overpowered.
That's what I'm saying. I
I just hope-
have the
yeah.
same feeling. you know.
I just hope she's not, because she can shoot freaking laser beams out of her hands.
Other Avengers who are powered by Infinity Stones get taken down mighty quick,
You know, like Doctor Strange.
like Quicksilver or Scarlet Witch. They both get their power sources from a
Or
stone.
Vision. I mean,
This-
Vision.
Then you have Quill, because Quill was
He grabbed one.
he grabbed one, but he didn't turn it into.
He didn't get any powers from it.
Not like Captain Marvel did.
Well, yeah, you never know what can happen. All right, coming up next is Dalton talking about Captain Marvel. Here,
Thank you.
lovely guest, awesome lovely guest number 2 here, Dalton Lewis.
Let's give him some background so people know who he is. Yeah, he's one of our good buddies. Inducted into the group. We're good to have him on board with us. So he's got a pretty good knowledge of the Marvel universe.
Welcome to the
And,
show, Dalton.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Well, that's great. Great for you coming on. I know it was dispute with your agent to try to get you on, but we got you on eventually.
Dude's a jerk. Don't deal with him anymore. Come straight to me.
All right,
I am my agent.
we'll come to you next time. All right, so Captain Marvel dropped
Yes.
last week. What were your thoughts about?
I love the movie. Honestly, definitely great. I did think it was kind of like this origin story for this character, kind of getting it going into the big movie here in about a month. But we definitely needed something to kind of hype the audience. You know, I felt like this is what that movie did, and I feel it did it very well. On top of that, great lead. Brie Larson did fantastic as Captain Marvel, or Carol Danvers. She brought the right personality to the character. I thought everything was great. No spoilers, she definitely had like two sides of personality, and I thought she brought that really well.
Yeah.
Now, Nick Fury lost his eye.
Yeah.
Dumb reason ever, but I loved it.
He trusted a friend. That's what he said.
He trusted.
That's what he said in Winter
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, he lost it by trusting a friend.
I mean, I understand that. I mean, okay, spoiler alert. It was Goose, the
Cat.
cat, the Flurkin.
It was
Learn
the most
your biology.
anticlimactic way to lose an eye.
It was.
He scratched it out.
It's scratch.
It was just, it was like, that was it. You're like,
like,
that's
scratch-
it?
Like me, I mean, I thought going into. I mean, yet again, I got it right because I had a thought that Goose, the Flurkin.
I wanted to see a
Let's
bullet.
scratch it out.
I wanted to see like a bullet, maybe. You know,
Nobody
something.
understands irony at this table, do they?
What?
It was comedic. It was quite funny. It was ironic, and that's why it was so good. But continue. I'm sorry I interrupted Joe. Tell me your epic story about how you should have lost an eye.
Yeah. How he should have lost his eye.
You know, like,
Let's all speculate on a better way for him to lose his eye.
I mean, like,
Wolverine.
Wolverine. What
Wolverine.
The first appearance in the Marvel universe is Wolverine like stabbing out Nick Fury's eye.
who got you?
What about you? What do you think?
I was hoping maybe like Ronan or something would have did something, but you know.
That's
But
cool.
we never got to see Ronan until the very end of the film.
What do you think, Alex? How should Fury have lost his eye?
Well, I thought first of all was it was gonna be like a big epic fight and maybe like debris or something like that got in the eye. got him in the eye,
That would
and,
kill him. Oh yeah, I guess you're saying.
and then like someone pulled it out, and then an eyeball just
It's a
just
Disney
just
movie.
hanging down.
It's not Saw, it's Disney.
Yeah, I know. But I,
Thanos wants to play a game.
you want to play a game?
I mean, that's how he got the Mind Stone, wasn't it? Like making one of them have to kill Vision, and then all for nothing.
Pretty much. Yeah, no, I agree with that point.
You deserve a second. Everyone deserves a second chance.
A second chance, eh?
I play Time Wizard.
Let's do the time.
It's funny you kind of brought that up as like he lost, like because he did see like I lost it by trusting a friend. I was totally thinking like, Carol or Captain Marvel was like, "Do you trust me?" to Nick Fury, and he goes, "Yes," and then she has to like do like lasers or something, and he loses his eye through debris or something like that. That would have been more of a good reason he's trusted a friend. He's never trusted anybody except his close people ever again. And I'm like, okay, I can understand that, but no, it's just a cat.
But the question is, will we see Goose?
Probably
It was.
will.
It probably will. It was the 90s. It's an alien race cat, so not an alien race
Awesome
cat.
Flurkin cat.
Yes, a Flurkin cat. Who knows how long they live?
I mean, we might. I don't know. I mean, what if he got snapped? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell. I mean,
I don't know. I would cry if Goose got snapped in the snap.
I think there'd be
because-
riots.
That was my
In
girlfriend's
theaters.
favorite part of the movie was the cat.
is this gonna be the new what do you call that? Porg from Star Wars, really?
Yes, Porgs are awesome in Star Wars, but we'll take a little talk about that a little bit later. Actually, we probably won't, but.
The fact of the matter is like, again, it's a cat, it's funny, you know, it scratches his eye out, it's very anticlimactic, you know.
But he hit people though.
How, okay, but how, okay,
That's
realistically
what we
though,
didn't expect it.
realistically,
No, not really.
how is
Sure.
Disney going to do this without killing Fury? I mean, a piece of debris flies into his eye. There's kids watching this movie.
Are you forgetting? Are you forgetting like Civil War?
What do you mean?
Like
Yeah, all right.
when they blew up the embassy?
Yep.
Okay, but you didn't see
They, like-
people get deformed.
I mean, yeah, they did the snap thing, but I'm saying that death is not a topic that's been evaded
I
before.
get it, but to see a piece of debris flying into someone's eye, I mean, that's very graphic.
I mean, they don't have to show it. He could be holding his eye. and
I
going,
feel like
"Ah."
Nick Fury is responsible enough around OSHA regulations even back in the 90s that wouldn't happen. He'd wear eye protection around a work site for sure.
Well, do you really count going to different universes in a work?
At the work site, absolutely.
90s OSHA was a lot different.
A lot of shit was terrible back in the 90s then.
Fact of the matter is, you know, I just don't see Disney including that graphic of a scene as much as we want to see it.
Well,
for sick people.
they kind of did the same thing that they did with Thor's
Using the
eye
royalty, I
in
see.
Thor Ragnarok, but I mean, it wasn't really that bad because he gets his eye back anyway.
Maybe he gets the eye back.
He gets a robotic
He
guy.
gets a robotic guy. You not see Rocket or the Rabbit give an eyeball to Thor and
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna give it to Fury though. I mean,
he's not giving it to Thor. It's his eye. He ain't giving that to Fury. Fury's
Fury
gone.
doesn't want that.
Fury's gone.
I know Fury's gone, but I'm saying is if he comes back, what do you think Rocket's gonna
Fury
do?
won't come back
How do you know?
because he won't come back.
Samuel
If anything,
Jackson
Rocket's
did
gonna want to steal his eye patch.
He
Pretty
just-
much. I was kidding, Joe. Calm down, buddy. Calm down. All right. I was just joking. He's
His
already.
skin is turning green. He's gonna Hulk out on us.
Oh my God! Well, I
Well, you're
got
already
the.
better than what Mark Ruffalo did in the first movie.
That is good. Alright, coming up next, we will be discussing Avengers Endgame. Alright, so the Avengers Endgame trailer number 2, I guess, came out over the week. And they're saying it's their very last trailer before the movie. Now, did you guys all see it?
Yeah.
See it?
Just a quick note too. They were reporting too that it was unexpected. It wasn't like a planned with the media involved. They kind of just dropped it on everyone.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
at the time they dropped it too. So.
No, I mean,
It was like
yeah.
in the middle of the day. It was like some.
It was like in the morning.
Yeah.
It was like right in the morning, because I was checking my
Early morning too, right?
It was at like 9:30. I checked my
Yeah.
phone at 9:30, and I said, "Oh, there's a trailer." I'm like, "Oh, what the hell is this?"
Yeah, that was my response too.
So
I said it in the exact same voice. It was like you were speaking through me.
Boy!
How damn it!
We're gonna make so much money off this. Come on, Pluto.
So what do you guys think of the Avengers Endgame Trailer 2?
You want me to go first?
Sure, go first, Joe.
All right, so obviously, I liked it. You know, it has this post-apocalyptic dark feel to it. I love it because I'm all about that post-apocalyptic theme. I love that stuff.
Which one are you talking? Are you talking about the one that just dropped?
Yeah, number 2.
Oh, or are you talking about the Super Bowl trailer that was dark?
No, I'm talking about number 2.
Okay.
Right now, at least.
Okay.
But both of them really do it because they both have that feel. Because like they show where they have this one pan of like a bunch of these boats around like the Statue of Liberty,
Mhm.
and like it's just like it's all cloudy and it's just like the boats are all like crashed together, and then like everything's like all the streets are empty and it's just like it just feels like like the rapture just happened, and it kind of did actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
agree, I
so
know.
I mean, and then just half the world's population just disappeared, literally.
And
And,
in counting too.
Huh?
And in counting. I mean, if you've seen that.
Oh yeah, and then the second trailer, you have Scarlet Reaper, Black Widow. She was watching the count as how many people that were on this thing. It's like in the 3 billions of people, and I'm like, what's wrong? Anyway.
Nothing.
What number?
I don't know what just happened. So.
But anyway, like she's watching the count, she's like, this is a disaster, and I'm like, and it's almost like a nuclear bomb went off. They didn't like it's amazing, honestly. I think the overall theme of this movie is going to be so dark. I just hope Disney embraces that.
I hope it's darker than the first one.
Death and despair is going to be the theme of this movie. I hope it is, honestly, because I mean it should be when half the world's population just dies suddenly. I mean, I want to see like in the first trailer you see the emergency broadcast system and like it's like that.
Oh yeah.
That's I'm sorry, that's cool. It's gonna be an interesting movie.
Yeah.
I can keep going. Go ahead, Adam.
I disagree. I think it's going to be the first Marvel movie with a laugh track. It's going to be just flat out slapstick comedy. Thor's going to hit someone in the head with a hammer. It's going to sound like 2 coconuts knocking together. It's going to be just slapstick. It's going to be the Three Stooges all over again.
With the Benny Hill theme song.
Yes.
Woo!
Oh, you missed me.
I like the reusing of parts from like the older movies in black and white.
Yeah, I like when they had the red too. You can see the red pop out too. That was really cool. I enjoyed that.
Hawkeye's hair must have been getting the haircut right, and his stylist must have gotten snapped because
That was in one of the memes too that were going around. Right?
no one could have ordered that intentionally.
His wife died and he joined the other side of
Hey, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good movie. I'm looking forward to a lot of laughs.
All right, Chris. What
But
about
no laughs at this table. We're dead serious.
you? What?
I want to point out one more
You wanna
thing
add
too.
something?
I want to point out something. It's important to note that Thanos does not make one cameo throughout both of the trailers.
Well, yeah, because it's basically not about him. It's all about the heroes reuniting as a front.
I get it. It's supposed to be about the core Avengers, and I think that's well, like, are we going to see Thanos at some point? Obviously, probably, but I mean, how big of a role is he going to play? Because even in the latest poster that they just came out, he's kind of
That poster was dope.
Yeah, like his head's like in the background.
That was
like,
a sweet poster.
it almost reminds me of like a Darth Vader style thing.
It looked like a Star Wars.
Yeah,
poster,
it looked like a
Yeah,
Star
it
Wars
kind of does.
poster.
Yeah.
It was cool. That just kind of leads me to believe, like, yeah, we're gonna see them reuniting, and then there's gonna be this, Thanos is gonna retreat to the shadows.
He's had his movie.
And then,
Yeah.
but then if this is being out there now, if they find a way to reverse everything, then that's where we're gonna see him come back into the spotlight again. Which will probably be near the end of the movie, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it with a dance number as "Let's play the time war begins." It's playing in the background.
Yeah. Chris, what about you?
I'm excited for it. I hope it, like, building on Joe's point that it's just as dark or even darker. I hope in the first beginning, like, section of the movie, they really established the despair, the emptiness, the hollowness of the Earth, or the whole galaxy. I'm sorry, because the whole galaxy. And maybe, you know, it'd be cool to even show some of the planets that we know from some of the other Marvel movies, like how their populations have been affected too, not just, you know, Earth.
No, yeah, I agree.
So show some of the other galaxy just like literally like hollow as hell, because I mean, like he did, half of like the whole universe is gone. So I mean, like, what was affected in, you know, does it show like, you know, other planets, you know, origin? I mean, Thor's planet's completely gone anyway,
Yeah.
so then he killed off the rest of the population on the ship.
I mean, Xandar's gone too.
So,
Yeah.
like, what was your opinion of like the actual trailer though?
I thought it was really good, actually. I mean, I know we're all saying good, but I think building on Adam's point too, that, you know, how it showed like a cameo of like the older movies and like how the characters are like now like beat the shit. Excuse my language, but like they're beat up. You know, they fought for how many years now, and like they are just exhausted. But they know if they don't do anything, I mean, you're just going to continue to face a decline. So I think it really gets us ready going into this movie.
When I saw the trailer, I mean, yeah, it was kind of sudden that they dropped it on just a random day, you know, because we weren't really expecting it to show up. But
Which was cool.
I mean, it was good because it kind of made sense because Captain Marvel got released the following week, and they maybe had a trailer with Captain Marvel in it, you know. I just like the beginning of it. I like the beginning of it where they had Tony Stark and Iron Man, and his voiceover saying it's been 1,000 years since the cave. I like that part. Maybe he's talking to Pepper. I mean, with it, and at the end had like one more surprise for you. I mean, that was kind of a cool looking moment, and then it turned over to Captain America and his origin story.
Yeah.
And then it was narrated by Peggy Carter, and then in the middle of that, you had Hawkeye, or AKA Ronin, because he's going into a Ronin persona, and Black Widow holding hands. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then Thor with his father, and then he had a burden on his shoulder that he killed everyone in the universe because he didn't go for the head, which he should have. So, and then it kind of started off like what we saw in the Super Bowl commercial. But there's a lot more into it. But I think the cool part was that the team got reassembled, and they had the quantum realm suits, which was kind of cool. I like the suits were pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised that you saw Captain America's shield, him struggling to turn the shield in his face or whatever, in his little war face. So maybe that could be in one of the battles for Titan 2, maybe on Titan 2. But I did love the fact that they brought the comic version Rocket's outfit into the film,
Yeah.
which is good. I know they kind of upgraded a little bit of War Machine, but not really big. I mean, War Machine.
It's a glorified war suit. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not bad. I mean, I just want to see how Tony Stark and Nebula come to Earth, or maybe they do time travel to save him or something like that.
Well, he's running out of air, so I mean,
So
either he's got to be saved somehow.
Let's do the time war.
So I mean, I really enjoyed it, and then the end of the trailer when Thor met Captain Marvel and kind of intimidated her by trying to summon his new sword, or his new little axe. His axe Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
And she didn't even flinch once, so he's like, "Oh, I like this one." I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean,
No, like I said, you like you said, you know, the whole trailer it kind of hit you in the feels, because we for those who ever we've been following this.
we grew up with these characters.
Very beginning, you're just like, wow, I remember seeing that 10 years ago. I'm just like, because you said like the first Iron Man, the first Captain America,
Yeah.
Thor, And it's so.
I mean, they are.
They just wanted. They like what they did there. You know, they showed us the journey we went on.
Yeah.
So we went on a journey with these characters,
Yeah.
and that journey is coming to an end finally.
Well, it'll end for Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr. and Pepper Potts. So I mean, this is their very last movie.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Okay, yes, Gwyneth Paltrow. Sorry, I can't really say her name right, but I say Pepper Potts because it's nice. It's a nice name. But I mean, this is going to be a good movie all in all. I mean, I think they're getting us ready. I think there's going to be probably one more trailer before.
I hope there's not enough. Only because I don't want them to keep spoiling stuff. You
Yeah.
know, let's save it for the movie. I mean,
Well, I mean,
it's gonna be 3 hours long.
Well, I
mean,
heard, was it from the Russo brothers? They said that trailer produced 15 minutes of the film, but it's scattered in different areas though.
You made it produce 15 minutes.
So the trailer had 15 minutes of actual footage from the film itself.
The trailer's only.
a 30-second, a minute and a half trailer.
I was gonna say, wait, that doesn't make sense.
But they split it. They cut up the trailer. So the show that they.
So the original trailer was 15 minutes, and they
Oh.
reduced it down to a minute and a
I
half
see.
of clips
Yeah.
within it.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
so,
makes sense now.
Yeah. So
And they did a nice job.
they did a good
Well,
job.
'cause I hate when movies do that. They give away everything. What's the point of seeing it?
Disney's actually really good about that, and they make fake spoilers. Like for Endgame, they had footage of like Hulk charging into battle in Wakanda, and that wasn't in the movie. They do that to fake you out.
Well, I know that I guess they I think somewhere I was reading something or hearing something on one of the YouTube videos that I've been watching, saying that there's been a lot of test film or test footage, and some of the footage that they showed to their I think it was like the board or something like that, were actually the footage from the trailer itself, which is kind of crazy because but some footage that didn't make it into it, and I can't remember which one it was, but the Thor and Captain Marvel one was presented to the board, and it was also on the trailer. So, giving us hints that there's some scenes that could be fake, like normally, because we've seen some fake scenes before that weren't made into the movie. And then we had some actual footage, yes.
Well,
So,
it's gonna be interesting, you know. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's a 3-hour movie, so.
that's what they're saying, but we'll see. I mean,
I hope they don't cut it down. The audience.
that
the
is.
audience can handle 3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah, the
I
audience
would
can
love it to see a 3-hour movie. I mean,
because if you.
Batman vs Superman was like 3 hours. Wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was-
around
that was-
there.
Garbage.
It was, but that's for a different podcast.
But like the fact of the matter is like I know people are like, oh, it's 3 hours long. We need an intermission. You know.
no, you know, got them
We don't need
intermission.
an intermission. People can handle it. You gotta go to the
If you got a
bathroom.
pee break, hold it for the whole 3 hours. If you
Go
have,
before you see the
I'm not
movie.
having a nice
I'm
cold
bringing
one before.
Depends.
Yeah, bring a bottle. Bring it to bed.
bring a bottle into the theater. Get ready to get decent exposure. No one would even know though.
It's dark.
At this point, Joe's racked up so many decent exposure charges. He's got one of those punch cards. At his 10th one, he gets a free sandwich. Only 3 more to go.
From Tubby.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. Well, next we'll have Dalton's intake of the Avengers Endgame trailer.
Coming up next.
woo!
You can take my seat.
All right. So now we're back. Dalton, thank you for joining us again.
Of course.
We are talking about Avengers Endgame trailer number 2. Dalton, what was? You've seen it, right?
Yes.
Okay. What were your thoughts?
I woke up. It was about 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, what am I doing? Oh, hey, new trailer. So I got to see like first thing in the
life
morning.
story. Tell us your thoughts on the trailer.
Okay, I watched the trailer. If that's all you want to know. But,
I mean, if you want to do your
Were
life
you
story.
shocked? Like, were you shocked?
no, the first thing that shocked me about the trailer was seeing Tony back on Earth. Walking.
So our cameraman
What?
just vanished, by the way.
Yeah, he's gone.
This snap happened still, so
They
He
can't
was
see
not-
it. He's
okay.
not working that hard anymore.
But he wasn't on Earth though. It was a flashback.
Not in the new suits.
Yeah.
He was walking in the new
He was,
suits.
when they were in the new suits, he was there along with Nebula.
Oh shit.
yeah. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, like-
so you didn't read that whole, watch the whole
Maybe-
trailer.
That's how I
we're
did. I
gonna,
just
we're gonna have to wait till he watches.
Time
before we
Wizard!
continue. No,
I watched the trailer. It's just I was like I wasn't paying attention. To
you
it.
see, that was like the biggest shock to me. I'm like, wow, Nebula and him are just walking down, and they're ready to go.
So that's spoiler. Then okay.
I mean, if you watch the trailer,
Well, I mean, if you watch the Super Bowl trailer too as well, I mean, you see everyone from the Avengers HQ walk outside, so maybe you'll see Nebula and Tony come out from the Benatar, walking. Hey guys, we made it.
Yeah, but how? How are they gonna get off a spaceship that's, disabled?
Did you not watch the Super Bowl trailer?
Yes, I did actually.
Did you not see Nebula and Tony Stark working on the Benatar?
Okay, so they're gonna fix it. Fine.
yeah, they
okay.
fix the shit when they get there. So-
This is where the ending of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 comes into play. Sylvester Stallone's going to pick him up out of space.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh.
That would be interesting.
I like that actually. I like that. That's a good theory. That is a.
Hell yeah.
pick up these people.
Hey, we gotta get these. We gotta get this guy. I don't know who this guy is.
Adrian, I picked up some people.
We gotta go with this match.
I gotta go win the Cold War against Thanos.
I'll be back before dinner.
We need a montage.
Just see him climbing stairs is the same kind of way when he gets up to the ship. The ship's like cockpit and just sits down. All right, what was that?
Like we're done now.
We're done. Let's go get these people.
I mean, I enjoyed the trailer. The trailer, was good. I thought. The one thing that was Ant-Man, because the question is, how did he escape from the quantum realm? Did he go into a time loop like Janet told him not to do?
So then is that going to be how they figure out how to go back in time? Probably, yeah.
So my theory is that Ant-Man probably went to Avengers Tower when he got whatever in the 90s or in the 80s, wherever that whole his little message went by, and then came back, and maybe he's unstable like Ghost.
I thought that was current. Like, is this a message? No, this is happening now. You're standing outside.
Well, a lot of theorists said that it was like a pre-recording, I guess. But I don't know. I think it's he's stuck in a time warp, like.
Again?
Just had him again.
We're getting a lot of mileage out of that really terrible joke I made.
But I really like that slogan, whatever it takes. I liked that you had voiceovers from Captain America, Tony Stark, Black Widow, and Thor saying whatever it takes. I think that symbolizes the movie in a whole, that they're doing whatever it takes to bring back everybody and or maybe erase or go back in time to change.
How else can they make this a positive outcome? I just don't get it.
Comic-wise, the whole Soul Gem theory is huge. That they're just in the Soul Gem, they're gonna get everybody back out.
Well, my theory is that they go to the quantum realm, do a time warp, they find a city they'll find that quantum realm city, go into that quantum realm city, and see the exact opposite of themselves, or see the mirror of themselves there, and they help them
So we're
stop
getting
Thanos.
2 versions of the new Avengers.
Yeah.
Thanos.
So like I see what you're
Like an
saying.
alternate version of themselves.
That's cool. That'd be interesting.
I would
So-
like
Now,
that.
these men in the mirror, would they be asking them to change their ways?
Yes. Michael Jackson.
That's been my man.
Well, they want to make the world a better place. So.
You gotta make it a little better place, but
It all leads back to the Men in Black scene. I could be Agent M.
Ned, I could be Agent M, Ned. But I mean, if you look very closely in the Ant-Man and the Wasp, you can see it. You can see that Quantum Realm City, but you would have to like you gotta stop the film in order to see it, because it's like a short 5-second cameo where you see Hank driving or trying to find Janet. Hank and Janet. Okay, that's an interesting name. But Hank trying to find Janet. I'm just having fun right now, guys. Don't worry, just having fun.
That's what you're supposed to do.
So, you
Who's that voice?
we just got a new camera guy. So the other camera guy got dusted in the snap.
Yeah, he's man. May he rest in peace.
Yep.
Being a professional now.
Yep. So
Hey.
I think that's gonna be probably in effect for the Avengers.
I can't wait to see. Basically, I can't wait to see the fight. I hope it's not over too quick. I hope it actually lasts about, give or take, 45 minutes at most of the entire movie. I feel that'd be a
should
good,
be a long battle sequence. I agree.
especially for like a projected 3-hour film. I expect a good chunk of it to be a fight,
Yeah.
especially with the biggest cast of any movie ever.
Right.
I'm really expecting it to be great. I expect a lot of potential coming from Thor and his new axe. I'm really loving that. And on top of that, Marvel. Oh gosh damn it!
Our camera guy just fell off his chair right now.
But I'm really expecting a lot of good things coming out of that. Especially, from previous thing here, I did hear that she's punching through spaceships and stuff like that. But Thor threw his axe through like 6 of them.
Yeah.
Or at least
True.
the pods. So
True.
I'm very curious to see. I want to see the power scale between them. I feel they're going to be
About the same.
about the same. Although Cat Marvel, I feel, has a little bit of an upper hand.
Well, the only thing is Thor's an actual god, so I mean.
Adam, you've been quiet. Any speculations?
I predict that it will all end in a tickle fight, or in a scenario that I probably shouldn't describe here.
Adam's
That's
not
been
being
going
realistic
over-
right now. He's just trying to be a
No, there is a great theory that's been going around online, but again,
What? You're gonna see.
Please
You're gonna see
enlighten us.
Iron Man going tickle, 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 tickle.
Hashtag tickle Thanos.
yes.
Tickle Thanos.
We can handle it.
That'll be a pretty good slogan. Tickle Thanos.
Yeah, the idea is that Ant-Man will save the day because they will shove him up inside Thanos and then he'll grow to full size. And either wear Thanos as a skin suit or just bust right out.
Yes.
I mean, that's the easiest way to do it.
I've heard the word famous being thrown around.
Hashtag.
Oh man, this is gonna be great.
I mean, it's actually kind of logical if you think about it. I mean, it works.
I mean, when Ant-Man's small, he's stronger, but he's small, and then.
What I'm saying, yeah. But
Can
I'm
we just
like,
shrink
yeah.
Thanos and punt him halfway across the yard or something?
We probably could, because Thanos is just a stupid idiot for equaling.
He's a purple
dinosaur.
The purple dinosaur with a broken glove now. So
So, by the way, Thanos, I have your gauntlet. I dare you to challenge me for it, because I'll snap you
Are
in
you
oblivion.
gonna throw it? Are you gonna throw it down?
Throw it down, Alex.
Throw down the
I'm
gauntlet.
not throwing down my gauntlet.
Throw it down, too.
So he's not actually challenging you, Thanos. He refused to throw down the gauntlet. He's
There's
not
the
challenging
gauntlet
you.
right there. I'm throwing a gauntlet match for you, Thanos. I'm coming for you.
Hashtag, we're with you to the end game.
I'm with you to the end game. That's right. I'm with you to the end game. I'm just taking my.
That's a callback.
what are you doing? You don't do that here.
I just hope it.
You activated the power!
Oh shit! The camera's now on me.
Yep, sorry guys. Alright, so our final topic of the evening is the whole Disney and Fox merger that is about to take place. this coming week, so we are excited to see all of our Fantastic Four and X-Men into the Disney, I guess Disney universe, I guess you can say, right, guys?
The Marvel's MCU.
Well, MCU, but in the Disney
family.
Adam, I know you are. I know I keep.
He's not a lawyer, not yet.
Our lawyer in training,
Something like that.
something like that. Enlighten us about how the final procedures go.
There's paperwork that's already been signed. There may be paperwork yet to sign. Otherwise, it may just be on all the contracts they jot down. Yep, March, whatever it is. That's when this takes effect, and then it takes effect.
Well, it's got to be reviewed by the government too.
The government's already approved it,
Oh.
and most relevant international governments have already approved it. That's why it's not just like being signed. It's closing. It's like I think in like just a few days, Disney will legally own Fox. Like done.
Well, I've been expecting it for a while now, so.
Well, that's always good. Joe, what do you think about the final procedures of this deal coming through?
It took a while, but I mean, it's finally done. It's a done deal. You know, obviously, don't expect to see the X-Men or Fantastic Four in the next Avengers movie. I think this is going to be something long term. You know, they can. In the next, maybe we're in phase 3 now, so probably
Phase 4 or 5.
So I think phase 5 or 6, we'll probably see maybe X-Men finally come into the picture. You know, before that we might see Fantastic Four. You know, so because they have to recast everybody. It's gonna take a long time. It's gonna be a long process.
Another shady reboot.
We don't know that, you know, because let's wait and see. You know, the original Fantastic Four will always hold a special place.
I thought they were a great cast with the original.
Yeah, the original was.
Yeah, I
great.
enjoyed. I enjoyed
was
the original
great.
cast too.
But you know, in the new reboots was not the best. I'll agree.
It was horrible.
It was bad. So
yeah,
you know,
but that's gonna be changed. when it
well,
comes.
let's hope Kevin Feige and all them will come together and get a good cast together, and I think it'll be all right because you know they've done well thus far. So I mean, I'm sure they'll find a creative way to tie everyone into the universe.
All right, Chris. What do you think about this?
Fine with, I mean, the Fantastic Four. I don't even know if you should touch that for a minute. You know, it's just been butcherized, diced up, and repackaged twice, and it's just like this last one was just, it left such a bad taste you don't even want to see any of those characters relatively soon.
Or they start off with a different origin story, whereas they already have their powers already and stuff like
Or
that.
you could do it kind of like how Watchmen does throughout the movie as they're building up for the Doomsday device to go off. I mean, I'm sorry not to be quoting Marvel here, but I like how during the movie they establish the origin of each character. So maybe you could do the similar concept with Fantastic Four.
Or do like flashbacks in between their stuff too.
Yeah.
On how they got it.
Because like Mr. Manhattan, they did a really nice job in like Rorschach and all those. But getting back to Marvel, like I really hope they don't like alter too much of the whole X-Men family because I thought all of those were really good. You know?
They're not gonna alter anything, but they're probably gonna recast everybody because
I don't know if you should though with that one.
well, Hugh Jackman said he's pretty much done. I mean, he's done his Wolverine.
He's done a lot with that.
Patrick Stewart, he's done.
He's old in age.
Yeah.
I would like to see James McAvoy come back.
That'd be cool. He could fill in the role of Patrick Stewart. You know, he already is. So
Yeah,
as he ages, you know, he could be the older, you know, Professor Xavier. But you know, don't forget the current X-Men hasn't even wrapped up yet. We have Dark Phoenix coming out in the summer.
Yeah.
So, and that's going to be a really cool movie. And I'm not even sure if that's the last movie of that franchise. You know, we still have to close out that franchise, which is going to be interesting because you know Disney's allowing that movie to be released still, even after the purchase. Are they going to allow? I just wonder if that's going to be the last one.
It will be.
It'll probably be the last one until they start rebooting.
Because Disney is not going to want essentially a competing franchise that they own. It's just not worth it to them. And I don't know if they have production going on another one. They're going to want to wrap it in, loop it into their MCU.
Yeah, but so they're letting Dark Phoenix come out though.
Because it's basically already made at this point. Like,
It's not really competing franchises if they're raking in the money at the end of the day, similar to Disney versus Pixar with certain animation films or technique.
Yeah, I feel like the Fox, as we know it now, is rushing the Phoenix out. But here, it's done. Let's get it out. We want this to be our last one that we ever do.
I think they
And
kind of
then
want.
Then Disney, it's yours. You know,
Yeah, they
can
kinda
do whatever
want it-
you want with it.
Yeah,
you know.
they want to put the product out and to say here, Disney's their last project. This is Fox's last Marvel project before you get the hand. You become the official hands of our characters now. I mean, I think it's great that we're getting the Fantastic Four and the X-Men officially in the universe now. This deal thing going on for since November. So how many months has that been? Anyone?
4 months.
4 months?
it's been going on longer than November.
So probably like 6 months.
Okay, 6 months to a year, and it's finally happening. I mean, us Marvel fans in the MCU are excited that this is going to happen on Fox.
But like I said, don't expect anything right away. Yeah, this is done, you know, but it's gonna be a while before we see anything. So it's just the first step towards that eventual.
I think there's going to be a spoiler or like a surprise or a cameo in the next one at the end of Avengers Endgame.
Who's gonna play them? Are they gonna have the original?
Probably.
Then it makes no sense though.
Who knows?
As the MCU's been getting more and more cosmic, I'd like to see Galactus be the next big bad.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I think
know.
they'd have to update his look because his standard look looks a little bit too like goofy and comic booky.
Or I'd like to see a Nihilus too.
But
Nihilus would be a good one too. Well, apparently, that not only that Avengers Endgame is going to have one villain, Thanos, but there could be another one. But they're predicting it could be Galactus. Maybe we don't know. But we will have to figure it
We'll
out.
wait and see. I don't know.
We'll wait to see.
You know, because they're still, the deal isn't done. So I mean, the movie's already been made. Endgame's made. And so I mean, what are they gonna do? Unless they did it in reshoots, which I don't know. I mean,
They still
but
probably
they're
could.
not going to insert a whole subplot in reshoots.
no, yeah. So then I don't think we're gonna see it right now. I think that'll be like he said. I think that'll be the topic for the next big Avengers battle. It's gonna be, you know, someone like Galactus or somebody, because it makes sense. I mean, who else are they gonna use? You know, after this, Thanos is gonna be over and done.
Doctor Doom could be good. Could be a new one.
Yeah, he'd be good. You know, that's what I'm saying. But now,
I mean, we got a whole list.
that's only possible because of the deal now.
Well,
Before that wasn't possible.
But we do have a whole list of villains that are coming in after this merger happens. You got Galactus, Doctor Doom, Annihilus, what other?
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver's coming. No. Who else are
He's
villains?
already in there.
You got the Skrull War. The Skrulls are one of them.
Quicksilver now.
During Ul-
In Age of Ultron.
Ultron.
You not seen that part yet? I mean, it
No,
was,
I'm
it
talking
was
about
very-
the surfer, Silver
Oh,
Surfer.
Silver Surfer.
Oh, Silver Surfer.
That's a whole nother.
They're different characters.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh man.
well, we get him. We get him now too.
I would like to see Doctor Doom. He was one of my favorite villains.
Yeah.
I think Doctor Doom will probably be probably a bigger Avengers villain than
That'd be cool.
anybody else. I mean, Galactus, I don't think would be a good one because he just devours planets. But
But still, I mean, he said they could redesign his whole thing.
Thanos destroys half of universes.
well, I guess that makes sense. But I mean,
I feel like
it's just
Galactus would be the next big villain.
that they're probably
Like,
working
you know,
working
that
up.
they would work up to. I don't know.
Yeah, like they did for Thanos
You know, so
with like 8 different characters.
don't get me wrong, Doctor Doom is a good villain, but I don't think he's Thanos level. Like, he's not that level.
He gets bodied by the Fantastic Four, and the Fantastic Four are frankly useless.
Well, there you go.
There you
go. There
it
it settles
is.
that. Yeah.
Well, Chris, thank you for joining the show.
Thanks for having me today, guys. Yeah,
Thanks,
bet.
Dalton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also thank you for joining us too. I mean, your agent finally decided on having you on with us,
It was
but
quite
we
the deal.
ended up. It was a sweet deal. I'll say that, but terms will not be announced at this time.
Well, with that, I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Would you like me to get out of the shop room?
I mean,
I'll have to.
Leave.
I'm gonna pause it and stop it and then. Alright, thank you for joining us today in our special same pace edition of the Marvel Underground. I'd like to make a special thank you to Dalton Lewis and Chris Young for joining us on the show. Joe and Adam, thank you for being here. You guys are always the main attractions. You guys have any thoughts, final thoughts before we wrap things up?
Obviously I'll start. Obviously I think we've already voiced our thoughts on what's coming next. I just can't wait to see this movie finally. It's finally here. Less than a month away. Huh? It's less than a month away, guys, and it's over. Because he's finally, after all this hype, after all these aftermath, we're finally gonna get to see what happens. How is Thanos gonna be defeated? I just can't wait to see what they do. We've heard all the theories, we've heard all of the hoopla. Let's just finally see how they're gonna do it. I want that's what I can't wait. So until then, that's all I got.
Adam, any final thoughts?
Smash that like button. Be sure to subscribe.
Yes,
Hit that notification bell. Ding!
Check the link
so we
in
can
the
vibrate every time in your pants when we upload a video.
Wait, what?
That's the creepiest thing I've ever heard. check the link in the description for our sweepstakes giveaway. Be sure to check out our sponsors.
Well, we don't have sponsors yet, or we don't have a giveaway link right now.
Yeah, we do. It's the gauntlet.
This must
There's
be,
no gauntlet into this channel, in the sweepstakes,
This must be
alright?
a terrible program.
Well, we are going to have a design and write up t-shirts, so...
Yeah, we actually, that's the sweepstakes he was really referring to.
Yes,
Because we're going to do the t-shirt design contest.
Yes, we are going to do... Whoever can design the best... whoever design the best logo for Marvel Underground, you will receive a free shirt.
If you just put his face on a shirt, you automatically win.
It's been done before.
So again, don't forget to hit that subscribe, comment below, that bell, so just in case you see our awesome videos when they get posted. Also, make sure to like the Instagram Marvel Underground at Marvel Underground. Make sure you like that on Instagram. Our Facebook at Marvel Underground too as well. And our Snapchat at Marvel_podcast, because I can't get that changed. So we're keeping it at Marvel_podcast. Till next time, if news breaks, the Underground will give it to you.
Excelsior.